Because he forgot the first rule of crime: never get high on your own supply. One of the most maligned scenes in the first season is a very explicit scene where Littlefinger is having two of his prostitutes practice on one another while he gives them advice on pleasing their customers. It's understandably dismissed as over-the-top fan service, but the actual content of his advice is actually really impressive. He tells them that every customer knows that they're just faking arousal for money, but they have to make every customer forget that. They have to do that by letting their acting show, and then pretend that, despite themselves, and without expecting it, they're being genuinely seduced by this guy's incredible skill. And most customers will believe it, because they want to believe it. Because on some level, they believe that they're so good in bed that even a prostitute would be impressed by them. Hello everyone, if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications bell, so you don't miss any new updates on your favorite TV series. This whole scene is foreshadowing of his plotting against Ned, and more or less an exposition on exactly what he plans to do. Ned knows full well that Littlefinger is a debauched, power-hungry schemer who can't be trusted. Littlefinger deals with this by embracing it, never trying to hide his sneaky and dishonorable ways, and letting Ned hate him. But then, little by little, he lets Ned think that his honor and personal values are starting to get through to Littlefinger. And Ned believes this because he genuinely thinks that the way he sees the world is ultimately good and right, and that even someone like Baelish, if confronted with someone trying to do what's right, has to be moved by it. And thus Ned ended up with a knife to his throat. But, however clever a man can be, it's hard to not have a blind spot when it comes to your own pride. Sansa, while clearly less experienced as a schemer, basically pulls the exact same trick on him. He knows full well that she doesn't trust him at first, and that she thinks of his plotting as dishonorable and distasteful. But slowly, little by little, she appears to be seduced over to the dark side with him. And he buys that wholesale, because he really wants to believe that his ambitious cleverness is the only way to live, and that it's the most natural thing in the world that she'd want to join him in his quest for power. All of which blinds him to the possibility that she might be playing him, and that she'd always trust her family more than she'd trust him. And thus Baelish ended up with his throat slashed. The same tactics that worked for him also worked on him. Because no matter how smart a person may be, pride makes some pretty big blind spots. An opponent who knows how to play your pride just right can fool almost anyone. He had the Stark daughters played, walking into his trap. His strategy of imagining all of the things happening, all at one time, has served him well for 6 seasons. What he forgot is Bran. It's no surprise that right after Littlefinger described his thought game, we found out that that is, literally, how Bran sees the entire world. It was revealed that in a deleted scene, Sansa asked Bran about what was going on. And therefore found the truth. Had Bran not been there, Sansa and Arya never would have seen all of the things that Littlefinger had done. You can't win a chess game against someone who has already seen the outcome of every move. Thanks for watching, please don't forget to like this video and drop comments. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.